Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see pressure angle. Now let us consider there are two gears in contact. Let us say here this is a pitch circle. If I consider again base circle, let us say it is a base circle. Now this is the first gear. This total assembly is first gear. Now let us say again one more gear like this in contact with this, then another base circle of this gear like this is a base circle, right? Now these two circles or gears are in contact. Here this circle is base circle 1 we can say, and this is pitch circle 1, pitch circle 1, right? Here we can say this is a pitch circle 2, it is a base circle 2, right? Now here it is a center, here it is a center. Now let us say it is O1, center O1 and center O2. If I join them, it is center distance between O1 and O2. C is equal to O1 to O2, that we have already calculated. And let us say the contacting point is here. For this, the contacting point is here. Let us say this contacting point is point P. This contacting point is, let us say, point P, right? Therefore, O1 to P, this distance will be R1. That is pitch circle radius of circle 1, and O2 to P, this radius will be R2, that is pitch circle radius of another gear, that is this distance is R2 and this distance will be R1. Again there will be a base radius also, right? There will be a base radius, this will be RB2, and there will be another base circle radius, that is RB1 for first circle. There is a base, RB is base circle radius, RB is base circle radius, right? And R is pitch circle radius, R is pitch circle radius. This is very important, right? Remember this. Now let us go for the analysis. Now if I draw here at common contacting point, that is called pitch point, at this point if I draw common tangent, the common tangent will be like this. At pitch point the common tangent will go like this. This is called common tangent, right? And the gears are cut on the base circle. The involute profiles are cut on the base circles. Let us say on first base circle the gear is cut like this. This is the gear on first base circle, and on another base circle the gear is like this, right? And there will be contact between them at pitch point. Now if I draw common normal at this pitch point, then the common normal will become like this. The common normal at pitch point will go like this, and again this line is called common normal at contacting point or pitch point, right? Means this angle is 90 degree and this angle is 90 degree, angle is 90 degree over here at pitch point. Now this common normal is also called common tangent to the base circle. This common normal, if I extend this line, definitely this line will become common tangent to base circle, common tangent to base circle, not saying for pitch circle. See here common tangent is written, this is common tangent to, we can say, pitch circle. This line is blue color line, is common tangent to pitch circle, and color line is common normal at contacting point, where with teeth this line will make 90 degree angle, or this is also called common normal, or this line is also called common tangent to the base circle. See here, for base circle it is going as a tangent, definitely it will go, right? And the angle between common normal and common tangent is called pressure angle. This angle is called pressure angle, right? Therefore the first definition is angle between common normal and common tangent, right? If simply said that common tangent means it is common tangent to the pitch circle, common normal means it is a common normal at contacting point. This is the first definition. As well as we can define like second definition is, we can say it is the angle between common tangent to pitch circle, angle between common tangent to pitch circle and common tangent to base circle, common tangent to base circle is called pressure angle. You can see here, this is a common tangent to pitch circle, and here it is a common tangent to base circle. It is called pressure angle. Again, this common normal is also called generator, that we have seen in involute profile. In involute profile, this will common normal will work as a generator. Therefore, this third definition of pressure angle is that pressure angle is represented by letter phi. Pressure angle is nothing but angle between common tangent, common tangent means common tangent to the pitch circle only, and generator, we can say, right? This is the third definition, right? Also, this common or generator or common normal or common tangent to the base circle is also called line of action. This line is also called line of action, along which the actual force acts. Actual force always acts along the line of action. Therefore, the pressure angle is also defined as angle between common tangent, angle between, we can say, angle between common tangent to the pitch circle and line of action. This is again another definition of pressure angle. Therefore, there are four definitions which are one and the same. Pressure angle is angle between common normal and common tangent. Here it is a common normal and common tangent, or it is an angle between common tangent to the pitch circle and common tangent to the base circle, or it is an angle between common tangent and line of action, or it is an angle between common tangent and generator. This line of action is also called generator, and along this line of action force is acting. Therefore, along this line of action power is transmitted. Now here this angle is pressure angle which is phi. Therefore, this angle will be also pressure angle which is phi, right? Now along this line force is acting. Now let us understand. See, this is the first and this is the second gear. This is O1 and this is center O2. Now from O1 to this P point, this distance is called R1, that is P circle radius, and O1 to this point, this radius is RB1, right? It is RB1, and definitely the radius is always perpendicular to the tangent here, and this line is acting as a common tangent to the base circle. Therefore, definitely always the radius is perpendicular to tangent. Therefore, R1 is perpendicular to common normal. Here it is common tangent, R1 is perpendicular to common tangent, and RB1 is perpendicular to common tangent to the base circle, or common normal at pitch point. Common normal at pitch point is also common tangent to the base circle. Therefore, here RB1 will be perpendicular here. At this location, there will be 90-degree angle, right? And R1. Similarly, we can say here O to P distance is R2, and this distance will be RB2, right? Here there will be 90-degree angle, and here there will be 90-degree angle, right? At this location 90-degree angle, at this location 90-degree angle, at this location 90, at this location 90, right? Therefore, we can say that if this angle is phi, right? Therefore, with vertical this angle will be, this small angle will be, can we say it is 90 minus phi, because here it is 90, right? Sorry, the total angle is 90 here. As this angle, horizontal angle and vertical angle is 90, from this if I subtract phi, this will become 90 minus phi, and here again it is 90. Therefore, this angle will become phi. Simple mathematics. Again, in gear 2, let us understand, right? Here angle between horizontal and vertical is 90, right? And from 90 this phi will go. Therefore, this small angle will remain 90 minus phi, and here at this location there is 90-degree angle. Here at this location there is 90-degree angle, therefore this angle will become phi, right? Means angle between RB2 and RB1 is phi. Sorry, this angle between R1 and RB1 is phi, as well as angle between R2 and RB2 is phi, right? Therefore if I draw this, let us say this is a R1, it is a RB1, right? And this triangle, very small triangle, then this point, at this point 90-degree angle, and this is a phi. Therefore we can say this RB1 is equal to R1 cos phi, because cos phi is nothing but adjacent side, which is nothing but RB1 divided by hypotenuse, which is nothing but R1 for this triangle, right? Therefore RB1 is equal to R1 cos phi. Similarly, if I consider triangle here, very small triangle over here, right? See this triangle, therefore for this triangle this distance is R2, this distance is RB2, and angle over here is 90-degree. This angle is 90-degree, and this angle is phi. Therefore again cos phi is equal to, we can say, opposite adjacent side RB2 divided by hypotenuse R2. Therefore RB2 is equal to R2 cos phi, right? Very important. Therefore RB1 is equal to R1 cos phi, and RB2 is equal to R2 cos phi. This is very important. And this common normal, or also called common tangent to the base circle, or also called generator, or also called line of action, along this line of action the actual force is acting. See, like this, along this line of action the actual force is acting. Therefore this actual force will be having two components, which will be along common tangent, which is nothing but tangential force Ft, which will be F cos phi, and one will be in vertical direction along radial direction, which will be F sin phi, right? Because from this angle phi is given. Now let us understand this. Now along with this line of action force is acting, therefore here actual force is force F, this is actual force. Now angle between this horizontal line and this inclined line is phi, which is called pressure angle, right? Therefore for this force F there will be, we can say, there will be a cos component along tangential direction, tangent to the both circles. Therefore tangential force Ft is equal to F cos phi, and there will be one radial force also like this, right, which is nothing but Fr, which is equal to F sin phi. Very simple case, right? And this Ft is responsible for torque. Can I say this Ft is perpendicular to radius or not? This Ft is perpendicular to radius, therefore Ft is perpendicular to radius, therefore responsible for torque, and therefore it is responsible for power transmission. It is responsible for power transmission, right? And my dear students, this Fr is responsible to separate these gears, right? This Fr, radial force, is acting as a separating force. Now we know that power is equal to torque into angular velocity, torque into angular velocity. Therefore power is equal to torque into angular velocity, which is nothing but power is equal to, torque is tangential force into radius into angular velocity. Therefore power is equal to radius into angular velocity is linear velocity. Therefore power is equal to Ft into V. This is a power equation. Now therefore if I want to increase power transmitted, then definitely I have to increase tangential force. Now to increase tangential force, this Ft is nothing but tangential force is equal to F cos phi. Therefore we have to increase cos phi, and if I want to increase cos phi, then phi must be minimum as possible. To increase cos phi, the phi must be as minimum as possible, right? There, and generally therefore this phi pressure angle is taken as 20 degree to 25 degree, right? And generally most of the time it is taken as 20 degree, right? And in rare cases it is taken as 25 degree also, right? Now my dear students, as phi must be minimum, power transmitted is increasing, then why not we are using phi is equal to 0? The most minimum value for phi is 0, And why we are not using this value equal to 0? Because see, RB1 is equal to R1 cos phi, and if cos phi becomes 0, that is, if phi becomes 0, then cos phi will become equal to 1, and then the RB1 will become equal to R1, that is, base circle and pitch circle will become same, right? And similarly RB2 will become R2 if cos phi becomes 1, that is phi becomes 0, right? And because of this it is practically impossible, because as phi goes on decreasing, the interference goes on increasing, interference goes on increasing, as well as power transmitted goes on increasing. We need power, we need to transfer more power, but we need to avoid interference also. We have to avoid interference, and in next lecture we will see interference. In next 2 to 3 lectures, in any one lecture we are going to see what is exactly the interference meaning. As of now, remember, as pressure angle is decreasing, then chances of interference are increasing, and if there is a interference, there is failure of gear drive. Whenever there is a interference, there is a failure of gear drive, and to avoid interference, the minimum number of teeth on the pinion is nothing but 2 divided by sine square phi, right? And from this we have minimum teeth. From this, if we calculate phi, it will come around 18 teeth, 18 teeth. We have phi value, sorry, here we have phi value, that is 20 degree. If I put phi is equal to 20 degree and then find t minimum, then approximately you will get 18 teeth on the pinion, right? Now therefore, to avoid interference, we have to increase phi. To avoid interference, we have to increase phi, and to increase power transmission, we have to decrease phi. Therefore we have settled to phi. Practically phi is 20 degree to 25 degree. This range is possible. Therefore always phi values are between 20 to 25 degree. So thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see contact ratio and arc of contact.